Hi guys, and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, July 3rd, and I thought I would just drop on real quick to do this fast little 4th of July card, Independence Day card, whatever you want to call it. So this is using two different die sets. One is the stars from Charming Sentiments, so it's one of those 13 extras that you have. So they're going to be these two little stars. Let me get them off my magnetic plate. They're so small, I don't want to lose them. So those are the two stars from the dies that don't coordinate with the word phrases. And then the other I am doing from the standalone set, Brushed Shapes. And this is going to be this one. Now I am going to cut all the stars out today, but I'm not going to do all of these just for the fact of saving some time. But what we're going to do is, let me go ahead. I'll leave the stars out, put that on my magnetic plate. We are going to use some of the adhesive sheets, and we are going to use in colors, brand new in colors. This is Starry Sky. This is Sweet Sorbet. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to make a little tick mark with my pen so I know how big that is. And then I'm going to go ahead and go like that. I love these adhesive sheets for this. Now, this card I did just use the all-purpose glue, and that's why you can see I have, once that dries, I will take my little adhesive eraser and get that off. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut our little pieces here. So there's that. There's that. That's for the big red piece. And this is for the blue piece. Now, I do save all these little scraps because they have adhesive on them. So, well worth keeping. All right. So let me go ahead and set this over here for now. Let's go ahead and take this first one. Now, the side that has the perforations already is the first side you're going to do. And the sticky is on the perforations that you take off. So we're going to go ahead and just put that down. And put that down, and then we're going to run that through in a second. Let's go ahead and grab. Now, some people ask if you have to rub it. I don't. I have had no problems with the sticky not coming off on the backing. So let's go ahead and put that down. Oops, a little off, but that's all right. All right, it won't matter that much when we're cutting. So we'll just have a little bit of an overlay there. Not that big of a deal. All right, let's throw that away. All right, let's bring out the baby. And we're going to, now I'm not going to be able to get all 50 stars on there. You can pretty much tell that. So I'm just going to do 4 by 3. So I'm going to somewhat place those down where I want them. Put my finger over. Oops, did you see how that moved a little? You could use washi tape. I find, and I don't have my handle the right way, I find that I don't like using the washi tape that much for this. I like it better as a decorative. There we go. Go ahead, get those off. Now, when they're on here like this, you do need your tool. When they're the paper, they just kind of naturally fall out. But when you have that adhesive paper, I do find that you do have to poke a little. And we are going to go ahead and save these into another one of those little adhesive envelopes. And what's nice about this is you get a little star and you get that edge. So you see all those little pieces. All right. I know you guys have to watch me do this a bunch of times. And I was going to pre-cut it or have some of it done, but I wasn't sure if you guys had seen those adhesive sheets been used before. Most everyone I think has seen them, but just on the off chance that you hadn't. All right, those actually stuck down pretty good there. And as you notice, I'm not actually even lining these stars up. I'm making them off kilter on purpose because it's just a fun way. Oh, I ripped that off. All right, so that one I am going to have to do a little pokey. So I'm hoping you guys are having a good 4th of July weekend, no matter what part of the country you're in. Of course, I had to, for some reason, the thunder shirts don't seem to work with my dog. They do, but they don't. So yesterday, after he ate at 5, we automatically gave him a couple calming chews. Because, yes, we had fireworks. Sorry, I'm grabbing some tape because this is really bothering me that this is moving over here. There we go. We had fireworks starting as early as 3 o'clock yesterday. Now, we live right by a park that attaches to a baseball field. So, I don't know if it was part of that or what. But we had some as early as 3, and then, of course, right around 7 last night, they started all over here. So, yay us. So, yeah, so we had to give him his little calming chews right after dinner. And it seemed to help, except he was just hanging out in my room then. And just wanted to be, of course, right between my chair and my desk, which is not a lot of room. All right, here goes the last stars. Okay, and now look at all these stars you have for later, for whatever you want to use it for. All right, we'll poke those out. So there's that. I'm going to set it aside for just a second. There we go. All right. Oops. Let's put those in my magnetic plate. Now let's bring out the stripes. I've already cut 2 out, so we'll put those on with the multi-purpose adhesive. I do want to show you something though on the stripe here. Is that, you know what, I'm going to reverse these. Because it's so long, I find that if it's on a well-worn plate, it tends to move a lot. So let's go ahead and go through this way. Now this one I do go back and forth just because it's so long. All right. I'm only going to cut out 2. But what I wanted to show you, and let me grab my brush. I know I could get out my mat, but there we got all those little pieces out. And then just go ahead and poke it down so you can pull it out. Look how fabulous that is. All right, so there's that one. On these, if you go like this. Oh, sorry. This is how I cut it out. If you go like this, see how you have to put it up like that and you lose all that extra space? If you flip it around, look at that. You might be able to get an extra little row out of your cardstock. Now, we all have plenty of cardstock, so I'm sure that that's not a concern. I'm hoping it stayed in place because I'm going back over again. All right, there we go. Oh, I wonder if that one didn't cut out all the way. Let's see. Oh, it did. All right. I'm going to put that on my magnetic plate. So then that's enough for right now. All right. Let me put this over to the side. Put my pen back on my desk. Okay, so now you're going to take a piece. This is extra thick basic white, or thick basic white. I don't know how they say it. Line it up. You know what? I want to make sure that it's in the grooves. There we go. There we go. Just make sure that's straight. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to peel that backing off. Make sure you get all those little pieces off. I'm not going to worry too much about those little tiny pieces here. And what we're going to do is you're going to line it up. Usually I use my cutter again, but we'll go ahead and line this up and press it down. Perfect. Now we'll go ahead and lay this down. I'm going to lay down the full ones down here, and then I'll use the glue on the others. There we go. And what I like doing is I'll put this one straight up to that edge. Where's the other one? I think it's this one. There we go. And then I'll do this one. Right up to that edge. And the reason I do that is now, let me take out my silicone mat. Sorry. Getting some of these little scritchies out of the way. All right, so now let's go ahead with the multi-purpose. I'm just going to put a little bit of a dot there, lower dot there, and there. It's kind of nice doing it this way because then you have one end you can pick up and you won't be getting glue on yourself right away. All right, so let's go ahead and put that down, let it dry. I put a little too much glue on because you can see that there's actually glue on the card. Like that. Hopefully I picked some of it up. Now on this one, I want to do it I don't want to do it the same way. So I'm going to do either the opposite end, or you can flip it over, whichever way you want. I'm just going to do the opposite end. Try to do as little, that's why I kind of like just tap it on there. So you just get that little tiny bit. Let me put a little bit on that. And we'll let it sit on there for just a little bit. Take my snips. Now you may have to cut out another full one. Yeah, I might cut out another full one to do on there. So let me grab grab this. Let me put that over there for just a second. Grab out my adhesive. All right, set that down here. Poke that out. Wow, it's not coming out very easily. Let me try from the other end. Okay, that was strange. All right, come back to the card. Let's figure out kind of where that's going to go. The reason I'm doing it like this is because, oh, that would have been bad. Sorry if you saw my head in there. Because I want it, I don't want to take off the backing and then have to worry about, you know, the sticking to something while I was bringing it to the other side. So let's go ahead and take that off. So I have a little bit that I'm going to have to do off. And then we'll just, let's see how this one works. All right, I don't think that looks that bad. Of course, if you have 3, 4, or 5 of these, then you have plenty. But there you are. A fun little way of using your dies to make a 4th of July card. Independence Day. Snip off that one little piece there. And there you are. Alright guys, I don't know if I'll get on tomorrow, but I will be recording tomorrow. I'm going to be out of town next weekend. I'm going to be in Iowa for a family reunion. So I will pre-record some things probably tomorrow to be released on Saturday and Sunday of next week. Alright, thanks a lot guys. Have a great Sunday. Have a safe 4th of July weekend. And we'll see you again in a video next weekend. Bye-bye.